VTV Channel 6 and Strata Networks present live high school football coverage in high definition. Made possible by Ashley Regional, CrossFit Avenue, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, Pilot Logistics Services, and the Advisor Group.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another evening of high school football action here on VTV Channel 6 and streaming live to you on Strata WebView. Tonight, we are again at Uintah High as they're playing host to the Stansbury Stallions.
Yeah, Stansbury comes in with a record of 1-2, but don't take them lightly. They've got a triple running back threat, Brian, that's just hard to deal with. And the Utes are going to receive. They take it at about the half-yard line. They bring it up. It looks like a decent return.
Not bad. The ball comes loose. Are they going to say it's down? I don't think so.
They are going to any indication. The beanbag came out that it was a live ball.
So it's going to Stansbury.
Turnover. That's just a difficult way to start the game. And they won last year, the Utes did, or last year. They won last week despite a 5-turnover game. And I know all week long they talked about protecting the rock.
That ball just got, number 7 got on the ball there and just pulled it out. Like I said, when you're getting tackled from both ends, it's hard to hold on.
Yeah, and Tyson Colton was on his way down, and he came up. You saw him looking like, I didn't fumble that ball. Here's that quick handoff. Good containment.
Quarterback holds the ball.
And that's Chase Christiansen. And Brian, he's a beast. I mean, you look at his numbers on the year.
He's got just as many rushing as he does passing. 24 carries for 153 yards. That's just over 6 yards a carry. And he stuck to it right there. He's coming up with about 6 yards on that carry.
Yeah, and he did what good quarterbacks are supposed to do, make the first guy miss. Because if you play contained football, you know, everyone's got a man. If you can make one guy miss, you can usually pick up a big play like that on first down.
Well, second and about 4 now for the Stallions. Great field position, a 24-yard line of the Utes. They're going to double 2 in the backfield, 1 to the near and far side. Christiansen under center. Hikes the ball. Opts to hold it up the big hole that was produced by his offensive line. Finally brought down. I think it's going to be good enough for a first down.
When that's that read option play, Brian, what happens, the quarterback takes the ball, and he shows the handoff, and he's reading what's going to happen. Which way does the linebacker bite? What does the safety do? And then he makes his decision based on what the defense shows. And, you know, it takes an intelligent quarterback to run that offense. He always has to be aware of what's going on all around him. And a good push by that offensive line. That's a first down.
Yeah. So first and 10 on the 19-yard line. Christiansen in the center. Man in motion. He's going to hand it to that man around to the outside. Great containment on the defensive end. But finally brought down after a gain of about 7 on the play.
Yeah, and you see Connolly fighting off that block, and he pushes the guy back inside. The linebackers are a little bit slow to get there. And, you know, that's what Connolly's job is, pushing back in and have the team help.
See how he contains just exactly what he's supposed to do. Connolly turns it back to his help. 42 comes in. I think you've talked about number 42, Mark.
Dylan Hanks, 2 weeks in a row, the Gatorade Defensive Player of the Year or Player of the Week for the state of Utah. He's ranked number 1 in the state, has 37 tackles on the year, and he's in the top 100 in the nation for a defensive player.
Hands it off, kick to the outside, turned inside, and what do you know, 42 at the tackle. Once again, Dylan Hanks.
Dylan Hanks, Caden Henderson, and Caleb Burchell right there on the gang pile.
But it's going to be good enough for a first down. First and goal now from the 6-yard line.
And you look what the Stallions do. They don't pass a lot, but they pass just enough to keep you honest, and you have to take and stretch your defense out to take those 2 wideouts. You know, you look at Christiansen's numbers, he's only thrown 15 times. The backup quarterback, Manzione, you know, has only thrown 10 times, but just enough. They got to stay honest out there.
He's going to keep it up the middle. Gets about 2 more yards. Dragging number 77 along for the ride. That's Jed Rich.
When you look at Stansbury's games, they played Desert Hills, lost 12-0. Then they beat Hurricane 34-21. and then had to travel down to Springville. Tough game, 27-14. That brings that record there. So far, they've dictated the line of scrimmage, and they're winning.
Yeah,
that
they got
battle.
some big linemen, and they're pushing it. Going to hand off to number 14 around the outside. He got the corner, and he's in for 6. Hudson Conrad for the Stallions. Scores around the outside, just a quick
you see on this
bootleg.
Yeah, and Patrick Massey's out there on that island, and he's trying to fight off. He ducked on the wrong side of the block, and Conrad just beats him around to the corner and scores the first points of the game, 6-0 with 8:51 left here in the first period. And it's just a beautiful night for football.
Oh, man, it's
real slight
night and day
breeze.
from last week, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It was a scorcher last week, and we got this nice overcast skies. Like I said, beautiful fall-time conditions.
Yeah, a little confusion on the Stallion side. They were down a man. He comes running in. They get set. Here comes the kick.
A
Plenty of
lefty.
distance. Boy, he looks like he's
7.
got a leg. Looks like they can trust that kick again.
Yeah, he's got it. 7 was it? They called it good, right? They haven't chalked it up yet. 7-0. 8:51 left in the first quarter. They speaking of last week's game, the Utes they were down 7-0 with 12 minutes left in the first quarter. So they've definitely come back from bigger deficits.
This is an improvement. And right now, we know what has to change. It's that how do you get some push? How do you disrupt their running lanes? And we've got to figure that part out. The Stallions made it look easy after the turnover on the 29-yard line. March it down in 5 straight plays for a score.
Well, talking to the fellas down, the coaches, Stansbury, they want to use those big plays to silence the crowd. They got those noisemakers out and the crowd's into it, and then just basically, dominate the trenches and stick with their running game.
Yeah, and they've got so many runners that can hurt you, and you saw it in a variety of ways, up the middle, around the edges. And the Utes, it's real simple. They know what they can do offensively, but they've got to hold on to the football.
Yep.
Here comes another chance. You've got Connolly deep as well as Tyson Colton. Here comes the kick. We know it can go to about the goal line. He gets a good leg on it. Looks like it might go into the end zone on this one.
Yep.
It does.
They're going to bring it
That's
out.
going to be a touchback.
They'll bring it out to the 20. Start on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Utes. 8:51 still left in the first quarter.
Tonight's game is brought to us by the Advisor Group, financial planning, benefit packages, insurance or retirement plans. We have a specialized team to help meet your needs. We are the firm of firms, the Advisor Group.
Talking about our quarterback there, 839 yards passing. That's 68% completion rate. That's wonderful for a quarterback at a high school level.
They do it on the ground too, Brian. You're looking at 180 yards rushing a game.
And he's in that shotgun formation that we saw last week. He's going to fake the pass. That was a disrupted play. Colton there went the wrong way that Braxton thought he was. He had the ball out there to show the option, and there's nobody there to get the ball, and luckily he comes down on it.
Well, and you saw it as soon as that happened too, how quickly that pocket collapsed on Braxton Kunis. And Braxton's back to wearing his traditional number 7 in the red uniforms.
Easier for us to find. Braxton in the shotgun. He looks to the left side. He has a guy open, but just throws it inside of it.
Yeah, he's looking for Hayden Bunderson. I don't know if Bunderson ran the route a little bit too deep or if Braxton threw it short intentionally because it was pretty tight coverage.
Yeah.
Number 18 for the Stallions was right there. Had he thrown it deep enough, it could have been picked off.
Or if he would turn to the outside instead of the inside, that would have been right where we're supposed to. 3rd and about 13 now for the Utes. Braxton looking to this near side. He has a guy open. Fires. I think it's completed. It's hard to tell with all those men down in front.
Yeah, they're signaling it's complete. Looks like it's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down, maybe about a yard short. So
that brings up a big decision here. 4th and about about a yard. They're going to not give the Stallions
No, they
that
already
kind
gave
of
them the ball on the
position.
29-yard line once. Let's not make the same mistake on 2 straight possessions. Back to kick. I nicknamed him and his family
Kicking Cartel is what
Kicking
I heard
Cartel,
a lot of last week.
Spencer Sides wins the game. I've heard varying degrees of how far he cleared that.
Barely gets that thing away. It was kind of a
I think he did that intentionally because there was somebody that got through. I think it was number 7. That's Spencer Wahangi broke through on the line and nearly blocked it. And Spencer, with a kind of an alert heads-up play, ran to his right just to get the kickoff. And they're lucky that they got 11, 12 yards out of
Yeah,
that kick.
not great field position, about 10 or 11 yards better than that first series. But the Stallions will take over 1st and 10 on the 41-yard line of the Utes. 7:30 left in the first quarter. He's going to option to his first man through.
Dylan Hanks right there along with a bunch of his teammates.
That's Jesse Howitz. He's one of their big guys, too. Running back, 31 carries for 253 yards. You're probably going to see his number come up quite a bit, 8 yards a carry. He keeps his feet moving, as we saw. Hard to tackle. Second and about 6 now for the Stallions.
Well, you talk about some of these running backs. You know, the quarterback, Chase Christiansen, 6'2", 210 pounds. That's quite a punch coming from your quarterback position.
He's a big quarterback. Do we have any numbers on him?
He takes the handoff and he picks up about 4 yards. That's going to bring up about 3rd and 3. And the Utes need to stop here with what they've been doing, about 3rd and 4, excuse me.
Yeah, 6'2", 210 pounds on that quarterback of Christiansen.
Boy,
so
and it's just a
he's
good
a big
team tackling. You see him swarming to the ball. They've got to be watching at all times. You can't commit too early with this option, this read option.
3rd and 4 now for the Stallions. They have that triple back formation. Number 14 goes in motion. He's going to hand it to the second one.
Oh, and he's got a
wide
clear
open.
lane, and can someone catch
Oh,
it?
the ball comes
that's
loose.
A fumble. What
Great
a play.
job by number 5.
And that's a touchback. I'll tell you what, right there, Jury Bettis comes out from that left safety position and just tomahawks down. That you teach that all week in practice. What looks like a sure 6 is saved right here. Here comes Bettis, and he swings down. And not only does he swing down, and right there on top of it, number 23, Patrick Massey, and Massey had a nice touchdown catch last year, but he'll remember that play more. What looks like surely going to put you down 13-0. All of a sudden, a huge swing of momentum, Brian.
Great heads-up play. Like I said, most guys would have just went for the ankles and saved the touchdown. He went for the tomahawk and came up with the fumble.
Wow, that's a game-changing, game-saving type play.
1st and 10 for the Utes.
In that pistol formation, our own version of the read option, he's got a little bit of room, and he picks up
about 7 yards.
Well, it's the first. Well, they had the one pass for about 14 yards, but first running play with positive yardage.
Yeah, Tyson Colton there, good for 7 yards. Again in that hurry-up offense. Braxton sets his men. He's got Colton to keep him company back there. 2 to the near and 2 to the far. He's going to send a man in motion.
Blitz coming on the.
He's going to put it back up to Colton, but just stop. He keeps his feet and keeps going. Surprisingly, back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1.
Tyson Colton just keeps hammering. And, you know, with that blitz coming off the right corner, it looked like that it was Gage Manzioni came in off the corner and just nailed Braxton Kunis. And in the middle of that, Colton just keeps driving and driving. Makes it 3rd and 1, Brian.
Yeah, big 3rd down here. They'd like to not punt it away again like they did that last series. They're taking a while getting to the play, but
that sideline, the play comes in from the sideline every play. They set, and then they get the play based on what the defense shows. But so far, the defense is just showing a base set on almost every play.
Yeah, 4. They're going to call a timeout.
I think that's probably a good idea.
Coach Rutzel is obviously not happy.
No, something was wrong with the formation, and he's calling for it. But 3rd and 1, you're down 7-0 here early in the first period. Make sure you get this first down. Let's just get some momentum off the turnover.
The game is also brought to you tonight by CrossFit Avenue. Family and student discount. Did you know that? You sign up as a family, get a discount for the whole fam. No matter your fitness level, if you have the desire, we can train you. Make sure you see the CrossFit on the North Vernal Avenue, hence the name CrossFit Avenue.
And those guys, they're studs. I know. I've gone through a couple of sessions, and your legs feel like noodles afterwards. But go down there. Talk to the guys at CrossFit Avenue. So coming out of the timeout, going to have 2 receivers to the right side. That's Connolly and Massey. On the left side, you've got Hayden Bunderson, who had some big receptions in the pistol formation, and Dylan Hanks is the short back. And here comes the run up.
Oh, he's going to get sacked from behind.
Sacked and a loss, and that blitz came off the right side of the defense.
Landon Stice.
boy, nobody picked him up. He
Yeah,
just came
nobody.
unblocked.
So that'll put Seitz back on the field. 4th and about 6, so they're going to punt it away deep in their own territory. They're going to, Seitz is saying, hey guys, give me a little bit more time, see if I can't put this a little deeper. Number 14 back to receive, Hudson Conrad.
Somebody got through again.
That
We're
ball
blocking another, and then that
out
ball
of
goes
bounds
out.
about the 45-yard line.
Almost identical position to where they got the ball in the last punt. But again, 34 right up the middle, Gage Manzioni, and nearly gets the block. He may have had a little piece of it. Boy, and this just could turn into a disaster. You know, one of the ways to counter a really aggressive rush like that, Brian, is just a quick throw out. You know, they're just selling out for the block.
Do a screen.
Yeah, they're all coming and just put it over the heads of the defense. It's a gutsy call.
1st and 10 for the Stallions, 45-yard line of the Utes. Put a man in motion. They're going to give it back to him. Number 14, he's got great blocking downfield.
He doesn't get touched till he's 15 yards down the field. He gets taken out of bounds.
Oh, they're going to throw a flag, which is very.
They're going to call a personal foul out of bounds?
Yeah, a late hit. But, I mean, if anything, he was just dragging on him. It wasn't really a hit. It was pretty weak if that's what they're calling.
Right, here's the call. And that's the 8-ball, Brennan Ryan. I don't know what they called.
Maybe he was just his marker, his down marker. That looks like what it was.
Yeah, they're not taking any yardage off the end of that run, so flag's been picked up, whatever it might have been.
All right, 1st and 10 now for Stansbury on the 25-yard line. Under center, he's got 2 backs, 2 to the near and 1 to the far. Man in motion. He's going to do the option. Keeps the ball.
His own guy. And maybe that's a little assist we got to thank their offensive line for. You saw Christiansen on the replay. Excuse me. He just runs right into his own guy right here.
Right there.
67's a big old load and almost puts him down.
Yeah, 57 just grabbed an ankle and held on. He saw somebody.
Opita, he is a 235-pound senior, 6'5". Brian, they got some big boys on that offensive line.
2nd and 7.
There's a couple of 300-pounders.
Giving the first man up. He tries to strip the ball, and that's in for 6. Several people had the opportunity to tackle him, and he just barreled right through him. That's the same man that lost the ball last time, Jesse.
Here comes
Jesse. He was not. He's just barreling over everybody. See, he tries to get a strip right there, and then finally drug down. But not before. Well, yeah, they're gonna set up here for the PAT, that big lefty.
Well, Horowitz is probably one of the lighter guys on the team, Brian. He only weighs 165. You know, Uintah would be tickled to have a running back weighing at 165 in their backfield. And
up and good, 14-0 now. 3:23 left in the first quarter. We'll step away, have a message from our sponsors, and be right back with more football.
Tired of fast food type financial planning, benefits, and insurance plans? At the Advisor Group, we have specialized teams for financial planning, retirement plans, health benefits, and insurance. That's why we're the big city firm of firms for your local and professional needs.
Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Nielsen alongside Mark Mason. I'd like to thank you for joining us here on VTV Channel 6. We're broadcasting the Uintah-Stansbury game. Currently, Stansbury leads 14-0 well into the first quarter.
Yeah, we are. We've got about 3:23 left in the first quarter. Now, we want to remind everyone this game is streaming live on Strata Network's WebView at strata.tv, and will be rebroadcast on VTV Cable.
Kicks it out of bounds.
Channel 6. Well, that's a penalty for the Utes. That'll put the ball at the 40-yard line to start with the out-of-bounds kick on the kickoff. And the Stansbury kicker's got a leg. You know, we saw Seitz make several touchbacks in the first game against Union. But Stansbury
Maybe he lost track of the ball and he was doing his approach because of the smoke. It's getting a little dark in here. Somebody decided to burn their fall leaves and caught the house on fire.
Excuse me, I said the 40-yard line. It's the 35-yard line where the penalty's marked off at. That's a big penalty for the Utes. Best field position of the night for him to start.
Braxton in the shotgun formation has got Colton in the backfield with him. Trips out to the right. He's going to look to the right. Now back to the left. He's going to air it out. Number 50,
he's got a man open. He caught it. He's going to go for a touchdown.
Go all the way.
I'll tell you what, right now, Hayden Bunderson got past his man, and Braxton Kunis threw up a beautiful pass, hit him in
perfect stride.
Oh,
that's beautiful.
That was just gorgeous, and now you know why Kunis has so many average yards per throw.
Look, he checks his guys out to the right side, then goes to the weak side, beats him wide open, like you said. Beautiful.
I'll tell you, Bunderson never had to break stride. It hit him right in the numbers on stride, and he just waltzed in for a touchdown. And we needed some of that, Brian.
6:14, 3:14 left in this first quarter. They set up for the PAT. Sights.
Yeah, more importantly, on that play, on the replay, we saw Tyson Colton pick up the blitz. And that was an important thing because
gave him just a little bit more time.
Yeah, they've disrupted us on every offensive play.
It's up and good. 7-0 now. Cut the lead in half.
14-7.
3:14 left in the first quarter.
Well, I like what Reitzel did right there. You know, you come back with a big strike, nothing underneath, nothing short, just put it up in the air and let our speed guy get past their defense. And we saw the defensive back. He made the mistake of looking in the backfield.
Yeah.
You know, your job is to run with the receiver. You know,
yeah,
don't worry about what's going on in front of you. He got caught flat-footed looking in the backfield. The ball went right over his head.
Like I said, Braxton did a good job checking to his right side, hold everybody to the strong side where, you know, traditionally you would have thrown and then went back to his weak side. And he caught Bunderson right in stride. 7-14. Now 3:14 left in the first quarter. Seitz is going to go ahead and kick, whether the Stallions are ready or not.
Tonight's game brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center. Ashley Regional has 2 locations, Vernal and Roosevelt. The Roosevelt Clinic offers full services, lab, x-ray, women's health, including OB services. Ashley Regional Medical Center. Well, that got the crowd into it, Brian. They're up. The cheerleaders had to do some push-ups, and you know it's a good night for Uintah when we start making the cheerleaders have to do their push-ups.
All right. He's ready now. Ball is set.
And it's time for the defense to step up. We need to stop here and carry some of that offensive momentum.
Woo! Filled it about the 1 yard line. Had to jump to get it. Number 14 kicks it out the outside, forced back to the inside, where's the whole bunch of red. Drugged down about the 24-yard line. 23 is where the spot of the Stallions will start. 1st and 10. Like I said, Utes got some fire put back in them to see if they can't hold them and get some good field position. It's just what they need. Yeah, it seemed like in that the first few series, the run just wasn't working. You know, that big defensive line of the Stallions. So Coach Reitzel went to the air and it paid off big for him. 1st and 10 now for the Stallions. 23-yard line. He's going to hand it out to his first man.
Quick handoff to Horowitz.
Nowhere. 54 brought him down. Caleb Burchell got his legs, and then some more linemen came in to finish the job. Gain of about 2 on the play.
Yeah, Brian, I moved to Vernal about 13 years ago. Caleb Burchell, then 13 years ago, was probably big enough to play on the defensive line. And he's done nothing but grow into that big, strong body of his, and he does some damage up front for us.
Christiansen under center, puts a man in motion. He's going to fake to the first man, back to the second. Number 21 there. Great job by the defense tying him up before he got out. Jesse Horowitz, he does damage when he gets out of that pocket, so they were able to contain him before he got any more. 3rd now, big 3rd and down. They can stop him this series, make him punt it away. I'd watch that quarterback, Christiansen. He's known to keep that ball and take matters into his own hands. And he
they're going
to the ball comes loose and they stop it.
They stopped him just short of the 1st down, That'll be 4th and about 2 yards, and that's a big stop.
Great job there by Burchell again.
But at 4th and 1, I don't see any
How
kickers
it's-
coming onto the field. It looks like, no, here comes the.
Looks like they're going to go for it. Yes. Minute and a half left in the first quarter. They're up by 7. They're pretty confident that they can just push it right up the middle.
Well, and they've been getting about 3 yards of play, so 4th and about 1. Here comes a big opportunity.
Big right up.
They've got
they're
8 right up
they're
in the
lifting-
box.
Oh, and he stops him.
Oh, he
big. Did
stops
you see
him.
that?
Oh, wow.
54 Burchell.
Burchell.
Jumped his guy and just plowed him.
Oh,
Quarterback.
Burchell just disrupted everything that the Stallions had in mind.
You think you're
Big
going?
stop.
I don't think so, boys.
Wow, I
Oh,
tell you what.
man.
Put Burchell down on player of the game, you know, right next to,
Look
who
at
was
Travis
Jerry
Allen
Bettis with
doing a
that
little
tomahawk
dance,
chop.
celebrating.
And you see their defensive backs now, they're lining up about 10 yards off. That's giving a little bit of a tip in their hat to what they know that Braxton Kunis can do in the air.
Dylan Hanks goes in motion, resets on the far side. Leads number 15. They're going to pitch it out to this side. Colton.
He's got
He's
one
not
guy
going
to
to get
beat.
the middle. Hold on to that
Oh.
ball. Finally brought down.
Yeah, they went
Lost
trips
about
right
4.
on the short side of the field. You got the ball on the right hash mark. You have trips right, and all the motions going right, and then they do that pitch back left. And that's good defensive discipline by number 10, Landon Stice for the Stallions. Makes it about a 2-yard loss.
Brings it to the near side. You got double-double. Colton in the backfield. Braxton, quarterback. He's going to give him a little bit more time. Oh, no, one just overthrows him.
Overthrows him. Boy, he had Tyson Colton out there in the flat, and he put it, kind of that loft screen throw. It just leads him too much.
Yeah.
But even
they,
with
they
that,
were
if he
reading
would've caught
that.
it,
They were reading it like
there
a
was-
book. They need to get about 10 more yards if they're going to put sights in any kind of field goal position. Big 3rd down now.
Yeah,
They can get to the other far side of that marker.
to add to the Sites legend, that game-winning field goal, when they put the ball down, they missed the tee, so he kicked it on a 45-degree angle off the turf, and he still made that game-winning field goal last week.
Braxton looking to his right side. In trouble.
Well, and he's
Wasn't
got to
able to get rid
he's
of the
got to
ball.
understand that rush is coming. He held on the ball too long, and that pocket collapses.
Yeah, they're pretty fast. That Austin gets in
Well,
every
here's
time.
that,
Number 19.
Here's that kind of middle ground area, Brian. You got that 40-yard line. If you punt
Yeah.
it rolls in the end zone. So what do you pick up? 18
20,
yards
yeah.
of field position. If you go for it and fail, yeah, you've given pretty good field position, but our defense has done a pretty decent job on the last 2 drives of the Stallions.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. The score 7-14 in favor of the visiting Stansbury. We'll take a break and be right back with the beginning of the second quarter.
Amplify.
Welcome back, everybody, and we're going to bring Brian Baldwin's down on the field with an update from the sideline. We're going to turn it over to Brian.
Hey, before we send it back up to Brian Mark up in the booth, I'm Brian Baldwin here on the sideline. Now, you saw Uintah go down 14-0 on fumble on some careless plays, and Stansbury running wide with relative ease. Great play, goal line fumble, and with Uintah in the big play, Uintah is still in the game. Nothing more deflating on the sideline than having a big play hurt you early, but Uintah has shown some toughness coming back. Back to you guys upstairs.
Boy, and you see
Thanks,
Landon Stice come up free right on that delayed blitz right up the middle. He drops Braxton Kunis, for a loss, and he's dropped at the 48-yard line. And what turns into decent field position becomes great field position for the Stallions.
1st and 10 for the Stallions, the 48-yard line.
The plays are taking too long. They're getting penetration.
Yeah, they got to be
You got to get
fast.
quick strike plays
These
with
big
this deep penetration.
defensive line. Great job, turn it back in,
Boy,
but he
I'll
turns
tell
on the
you what,
burners.
he's got the burners. That's Alexander Mackey.
Brought down about the 30-yard line.
Boy, and he comes on that end-around play.
Connolly was able to save the day, picks his angle there. That guy is fast, but not too fast, and he was able to.
Yeah, Connolly comes from the right side of the defense in the safety position. They're showing that cover 4 look still. They've got the 2 safeties back, 2 defensive backs, and then they have the 4-3.
1st and 10 on the 30-yard line, Stallions. Christiansen under center. He's going to hand it off to his first man, number 21 through the line.
We got
some
holding.
flags.
It looks like all sorts of dirty laundry on the field.
Was it a false start or his helmet came off?
Could have been a face mask.
Yeah, might have.
That many flags. Here's the.
It's hard to see from that angle, but they're blowing whistles like crazy, trying to stop the play. And great sportsmanship by the Utes. They could have taken some cheap shots when a guy's got his helmet off.
No, as soon as the helmet comes off, they stand up. I missed the call.
It looks like
it's taken 15 yards, are they?
Yeah, it must have been a face mask.
Automatic first down. It gives them the chance they can pick up one more first down without scoring. 1st and 10 at about the 14-yard line, and that one's going to hurt. Puts the Stallions in excellent position to score. That we've seen their kicker has plenty of leg, and their offense on this side of the field has done what they wanted to. Quick handoff to the outside.
Number 14, he was running. Woo, smoking fast. He's just short of their first down, but well within the 5-yard line.
Tripped up by Massey out here on the edge. He comes in and dives right at his feet and takes him down. And the 8-ball, Brendan Ryan, was ready to lay a lick on him as well.
1st and 1, but they are on the 5-yard line of the Utes. Let's see if the Utes can have a big defensive line stand here like they did on the first quarter. Gonna pitch out to the right side. He has the corner and he has the speed.
Plenty of distance.
He's
he
got
gets
it
there for the touchdown.
28, man, he is fast.
Well, I'll tell you what, Alexander Mackey, he's got 2 plays in a row on this drive where he's just keep beating people to the edge.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot we can do.
That triple threat offense, like you said, it can go to either one of them. All of them relatively equal on their carries. He's one of the lesser of the 3. 17 carries on the year, 63 yards.
But with those 2 plays, he's going to add to his season's totals, and his averages quite handily. The left footer lines up the kick. 10:56 left here in the second period. He makes it a 21-7 game. Boy, that guy's got a lot of leg.
Yeah, 21-7. Like you said, 2 minutes off the clock. I'd like to thank L&L Motor for bringing them tonight's game. People you know, people who care, become a fan like L&L on Facebook and be entered in their drawing. And you go to L&L Motor and coupon and daily special. We got Judge Memorial. Speaking of L&L Motor, their hometown is over in Roosevelt. We're going to be traveling over to Roosevelt next week as they host Judge Memorial. And then we might just spend the week over there. You know, there's so much to do in Roosevelt. We're going to pick up the Emmy game while we're over there. Well, unfortunately, the little fire that we did have was knocked out of us as the score now lengthens 21-7.
Well, they got the ball turned over on about the 50-yard line. They make a couple of nice plays, a 15-yard penalty. Next thing you know, turns into 7 points. It's a hard way to try to stack your defense up and make a stop when you're giving them great position and have a penalty in the middle of that last drive for the Stallions. But we've seen what the Utes can do. They can score in a hurry, protect the ball, and kind of dial things in defensively. Let's see what can happen.
Well, they're set up. We got Colton and Connolly back to receive. Connolly's going to field it about the 5-yard line. Brings it back up to his wedge. He has some speed. Turns it back up. Brought down by number 7 for the Stallions. But a great return. Brought it out to about the 32-yard line. Anything more than the 20 is a great return. First and 10 now for the Utes. I don't know what they talked about, but hopefully it's something quick. Like I said, there's not a lot of time with that defensive pressure. It's only a four-man front, but they're putting a lot of pressure on Kunis.
They're bringing 10 up a lot on that delayed blitz. So there's going to be a hole open up, about 6 yards right behind the line. This might be a time to take Dylan Hanks and a little, like a tight end cross right across the backside of those linebackers to try to hit him where the blitz is vacating their defensive spot.
It's a quick slant pattern, a hook pattern.
Well, and that's what you've got to do, right? A quick two-step drop and throw. That ball's out of there in 2 seconds, and Hayden Bunderson picks a nice catch, and he does that quick stutter at about 7-yard drop and makes it a lot easier when it's 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3. You can do a lot more things offensively. And like I say, on that last play, just 1-2 throw. Not a lot of weight.
Braxton looking to his
Here comes
right.
that blitz.
Oh, kind of throws it, almost lined him out to drive, but hey, he got a first down.
Brickman Williams had to go up and catch it high. Doesn't quite get the first down, but does get some positive yards, makes it about 3rd and 2. Yeah, Williams had to go really high to get that ball.
I thought, oh, man, he's going to lay him out to drive.
Oh, you saw who hit him. It was Uintah, and he's 235, 6'5" defensive lineman, just came and laid the hurt on him. 3rd and about 2, important first down to pick up at the 40-yard line. They're to show him blitz coming up, crowd the corners. Here comes 6 rushers.
Oh,
great
right job, 23.
Oh, wow, I'll tell you what, Massey with a nice throw, and they did finally pick up the blitz, and that turns it on.
That's what
They're
you
on
need.
the
You see how
side of the field.
Quick option there, pops up, and he hits Massey just in stride.
Here's the thing, 1-2, and he just throws, and Massey just reaches up, catches it. They get him down about the 43-yard line.
Big play. That's that quick. It's got to be quick stuff. They just don't have the time that they'd like to give the quarterback. 1st and 10 now on the 43-yard line of the Stallions. They're going to pass it out.
It's an intentional hike right to Massey, who gets strung out by the quick defense.
It looks like
it's
a flag on the play.
Right
Maybe
that's
a
be
face mask. Or no, a hitting on the head is what they're calling. Helmet to helmet is what the line judge is calling.
Well, and it's such a hot topic, those concussions.
Let's watch as he goes down. It's not a face mask, but he spears him, puts his head down, boom, helmet to helmet. It's such a hard call, especially when you're at this age. There's another one.
Well,
but he's going to call it.
When we were playing Pop Warner football, that's how they taught us to tackle. Get down, drive with your helmet.
Keep your heads up,
And anymore with the debate over concussions and the brain injuries, they don't mess around with it, and you've got to know the rules.
Yeah. Well, like you said, it's just changed so much. You used to kind of want to do that, give the guy a ringing in the ear. But
you'd hit him in the ear hole with your helmet. You'd put your helmet on the football, try to knock it out. So much has changed since when we played. But
quick slant.
Quick throw. Massey with a nice catch, even though he had somebody draped all over him.
He might have got 4 yards on the pass reception that time. Brings it about to the 28-yard line, but they are moving the ball. Big improvement from that last series.
Coach Reitzel is he's calling the calls, and he's made the adjustment that we saw had to happen. Smart coaching by the head football coach for Uintah. He's adjusted to that quick strike defense that's coming in hot, and it's hitting them where they're vulnerable.
Colton in the backfield. Braxton in the shotgun formation. He's got 2 to the near, 2 to the far. He's going to go to the pass to the right. Keeps the ball, tucks it, and runs.
And makes a slide.
He looks like he was hit after he was already down, but
no call.
Going to call that.
How often do you see a quarterback just think that he's got to keep and fight for those yards?
Yeah.
Good down and distance awareness. He realizes that I don't have to take an unnecessary hit. I'm going to get down on the ground and save myself for the next play. And you'll remember Kunis last year had that big hit, Brian, the concussion. Took him out for the season.
3rd and about 4 now. Kunis in the shotgun formation. Double, he looks to the left, he finds a man, fires, but
I'll tell you what, Bunderson had the ball hit him in the hands. And they always say when it hits you in the hands, you got to catch that ball, son.
Great throw, but just wasn't able to come up with the ball. I guess
Well,
I think he was hearing this guy's footsteps ready to light him up.
I'm going to tell you what. If I know that Alexander Mackey's coming hot across the middle, I might pull an alligator arm myself.
Well, they're in that 4-down territory.
Watch that blitz coming on the outside. This might be a good time to run right up the middle and let them over pursue.
They tried to go with that hard snap, tried to draw him off, but they defense held tight, and so he goes ahead and calls the timeout.
Yeah, second timeout by the Utes in the half. We're going to take a short break and see what they have for us after this timeout.
Having a baby is one of the most important events in your life. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, we are prepared to make that experience memorable by providing a secure and pleasant environment. When you arrive at our birthplace, you will be greeted by our award-winning OB nursing staff. Their desire is to make you as comfortable as possible and to provide you with all the information you need or want. You will be placed in one of our modern birthing suites. Family members are welcome, but only with your consent. During the labor process, the nursing staff will attend to your every need and monitor your progress. Your physician will be kept up to date by the nursing staff and attend to you when it's time to deliver your bundle of joy. After your delivery, you will be taken to our beautiful and relaxing post-delivery rooms. Your care will still be monitored by our staff, and you and your baby will receive constant attention. Choose Ashley Regional Medical Center for your OB care.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Uintah Basin High School football action here on VTV Channel 6. Braxton out to the right side.
Oh, he's got a guy open. He underthrew him, and Brickman Williams was down there.
And there you are going to call that foul.
Yeah, he ran right up.
He was in his face. His hands were in his face.
Well, and Brian, he had the right position, and I'll tell you why he got the call is because he never turned his back. He just ran straight towards him with his hands up, and then he made contact right here. Oh, no, he did turn around backwards, but he ran into the man.
He definitely got in the way, so.
That happens.
They're going to call pass interference. They will march it off.
10-yard penalty. That'll make it 1st and 10 from about the 13-yard line.
A big break for the Utes now.
Well, you know,
halfway through the second quarter.
Actually, the ball was deeper than where all the contact happened. I think if Williams had just continued to run his pattern a little bit more, he might have actually caught that ball.
He was too busy playing it out, you know, but it worked for him.
Oh, nice read by Braxton Kunis.
Right up the middle.
Yeah, he was going to be stopped if he tried to run that edge. Good containment. And you can't fool a team that runs that read option play on every play. You know, just great containment by number 19, Austin Kincaid. Puts Kunis back up the middle. He made a positive yard on it, but not much more.
2nd and 9 for the Utes. The good thing is that even if they are not able to get it in, they're well within Seitz's range, so they can put 3 more on the board. Braxton is going to hand it. Oh, no, he fakes it back in the middle.
Play, and he just gets swarm tackled, and Kincaid right on the tackle again.
They should almost hand it up to Colton, give it the first man through. Watch Colton on this replay, wide open. Maybe it's because they don't know he has the ball, but all he had is one guy to beat, and he had 5 more yards. It looked like a broken play, a pass play, another one of those slow developing pass plays. And Braxton just doesn't have the time that he needs to complete those. 3rd and about 8 now for the Utes.
Looking up, they got single coverage on every one of their wide receivers. This might be a time for a quick slant from Massey right across the middle.
They're showing blitz up the middle.
All the linebackers are showing blitz, and there's the flag.
Delay a game, or is it?
Yeah, it is a delay of game on the Utes. That's going to cost them 5, make it 3rd and about 13, Brian.
Yeah, Braxton, I don't know if he was trying to read that blitz coming from the middle or what, but just taking too long to get the ball off. Bring it back 5. So it's going to be about 3rd and 13 now.
Well, they're showing that blitz, and they've got single coverage on every one of their wide receivers. They have 4 wide, and everyone's coming, so you know right behind the line, 5 yards deep, it's going to be wide open. If they can get the ball there on a slant.
Still waiting for the play to be finished up. Kunis finally sets his men. Hikes the ball. He's going to run to the left side.
Nobody's there. Kunis is getting
got to get rid of that ball. He fires. Oh, and just underthrows him. He was under a lot of pressure coming up slow off the ground. He looked like he might have got a rolled ankle or something.
Well, you're going to see on the replay, they came in with that outside linebacker on design blitz. Nobody touched him. There's a rollout left. And Kunis has to throw with his right hand, and here it is.
That's hard, man. Across your body like that, rolling out to left.
Yeah, Manzioni is right there and just lays a lick on him right as soon as he plants his feet. Makes it so that Hayden Bunderson, Braxton never had a chance to hit him.
That's hard to throw that far across your body and then underthrow him. So Seitz is going to set up now. Let's see, they're going to spot him about the 23, so it's going to be a 33-yard touchdown or field goal. Almost a exact replica of what he did last week to win the game. This time, not nearly that important, but still 3 points may make the difference. It's up, got the distance.
Oh, he missed it right.
Left, right.
Yeah, I missed it right of the right goal
Great
post.
Distance.
Boy, he did have the distance. When you saw Stansbury, they just were almost all thinking fake. Look at that. They had 5 guys that didn't even rush at all, and they got great penetration.
That was within a yard.
With the 7 or with the 6 that they sent. I mean, fabulous penetration. Turnover on downs again, Brian.
Tough play. Like you said, that was within a yard or two. You could see it on that replay as it just barely passed the flag. But so the score will continue to be 7-21. Stansbury's going to stay on the ground. Number 14 keeps that ball, kicks it out to the left side, keeps going, keeps those feet moving. Whoa!
Oh, Hudson
brought
Conrad,
down by number 41.
One of the hardest hits of the game happened on the sideline after Conrad, came out of bounds.
I don't even got a number for that guy. This is a JV guy. He's like, I'm ready for varsity, coach. Suit me up.
Yeah, watch this lick right here.
Boom.
Boom. Okay.
Take that shoulder.
Come in again.
Oh. But he did get a first down. First and 10 on the 32-yard line.
On the flip side of that coin.
He did score on us, but that's beside the point. 5:45, he pitched to the outside, number 28 cuts it back up the middle.
Mackey. He's running so fast he spit a shoe off.
This is turf. Just grabs onto you and won't let go.
Makes it 2nd and a short 3.
They keep the clock rolling with this ground game of theirs. Yeah, 2nd and about 3 now for the Stallions.
Tonight's game is brought to you on WebView Livestream. Watch it live at strata.tv. Brought to you by Jiffy's Pawn Shop. Everything from guns to vacuums. We'll buy, sell, trade, loan, pretty much anything.
Scrambles and brought back to the line of scrimmage. Almost good enough for first down. Great job by the secondary, keeping those men covered. The backfield, 15-5. You got Bunderson and Jury. They didn't have any. They had their guys covered great, so Christiansen didn't have anywhere to go but tuck it and get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and about 1 now. 4:30 left in this first half. Christiansen under center this time. He hands it off to the second man and drug down. I don't think he got any.
Boy, that's a generous spot. Looks like they're running in right about where the first down marker is.
Oh, and the referee is going to go with the first down. That was close, though. Like I said, I didn't think he had near that much. 1st and 10 now, 42-yard line for Stansbury. On those sweeps, they're pretty much moving the ball at will. Be a great job for the Utes to get a stand right here. Around this outside, he kicks it to the outside. He's trying to make the corner.
Cannot make the corner. Oh, big lick, but he stays on his feet. It reverses the field, Brian.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy, and he
pulled
just
every
lost
muscle
his
in
footing.
his body.
Yeah.
Number 5 there.
I'll tell you what. Here we have Hudson Conrad coming out on the outside edge. And we made the classic mistake of trying to hit the guy down with our shoulders right here instead of wrapping up. That lets him turn it back and picks up about 3 yards before he slips and falls down.
Wow. Like you said, he was sprinting like crazy to get to the sideline.
Bunderson laid a or excuse me, I think that was Jury
Big
Bettis that just
Bettis.
popped him, but hit him
He's
so
going to
hard
pass
he
this
bounced
time.
off.
He airs it out. He's got a guy.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Jury
Bettis.
Bettis was right there, lays out with the left hand and cannot bring it in.
Almost brought it down,
Yeah,
like you said.
yeah, he was. They don't.
They did
throw
a good
often,
job. Their
but-
secondary did a good job. I think they were trying to lull them sleep with all this running. 3rd and about 6 now for the Stallions.
Well, you look at that stats. That makes it 26 passes on the year in 4 games.
Yeah, like I
They're
said,
they're only putting the ball up in the air about 6 or 7 times a game. And
they
you
have
can
a
see
single
why
back this time. They might try it again. They will
do.
try it again.
Throw
Kind
it
of
to the outside.
Oh,
Nice.
great job.
Oh, unbelievable play by
57
Sabele.
there.
He just was right, read it perfectly, released from his block and jumped up. You'll see this
Great
on the
job.
replay. He releases
Defensive
from his
end.
block and then jumps up and tips it down. Melee
Almost
great
able to get
defensive
under it. He
play.
wanted it pretty bad. Yeah, he's a great defensive end. That's what they teach him. Is they got some of the longest arms on the team. They just get big, contain the ball, and then get those arms up on a pass. They got 4th and 6 now. Would be great field position, but they're going to punt it away. I believe this is the first punt from the Stallions
Well, they've
tonight.
got that triple back set, so watch out for the fake because it could come right up the middle. They're going to go ahead and kick it. He's got plenty of
Bettis.
time and gets a beautiful kick.
It's fielded and brought down almost instantly.
Boy, Bettis didn't have any time to run after he caught that ball. Number 17 for the Stallions, that's Taylor Dilly. A great coverage from the senior out of Stansbury.
They should have lots of time. Still 3:10 left in this second quarter, so there's still plenty of time to march it down. That'd be great to put 7 on the board before they went into halftime.
They have quick strike capacity. A weakness, if there is any, it might be the secondary for the Stallions. If they can give Kunis enough time to throw the ball. Here comes the
There's
blitz
the
up
screen.
the middle.
Oh, and intercepted. Great
And
hand.
he's rumbling, stumbling,
There's
and
a
he
push.
gets in for a touchdown.
There's going to be a block in the back here.
They're going to call
They're
it
gonna
back.
call it
That's
back.
going to take a touchdown away from Austin Kincaid, who had a beautiful play.
Yeah, watch this block in the back. Like you said, great hands. He cuts it with one hand there. Boop. Defensive end.
Beautiful. And here comes.
Watch the block in the back right there.
Yeah, and it was kind of an unnecessary
Yeah, he
block.
had his guy beat.
Gage Manzioni with the block in the back. That'll bring it back from the point of the foul.
So they'll get the ball back maybe about 10 yards more from what they had in that last series. But it was after the interception, so the Stallions will get the ball back.
Story of the season for the Utes right now is turnovers. They've got to find a way to win that margin. You know, you talk about that margin of turnovers. You know, I want to be on the plus side of that. Cannot give the ball up on a short field, especially a team like Stansbury. They've just been destructive with these short fields.
1st and 10 on the 25-yard line of the Utes. Gonna give it to the first man. Rocked just as he was hit. Number 55 saying, "Not in my house, boy."
Yeah, that's Tragan Daniels. And there to clean up the dirty laundry.
Watch this.
was
He
Ty
bounces
Taylor.
off him like a ball. Boing.
Oh, and then Taylor's like, "Thank you very much."
67's a little upset that he got beat. It's his
Yeah,
guy.
Tragan Daniels just stopped him dead. 3-yard loss. Second about 13 from the 27-yard line.
Stallions up to the ball, line of scrimmage. They got that double back field and 2 out to the far side. Kind of a wing tee, send a man in motion. They got a double option. Chris Jansen opposite to pick it up. The
ball's
ball
on the
comes loose.
ground.
I think he got it.
Yeah,
I think he
that's
got
a
it.
turnover of the Utes, and I didn't see which one of the Utes jumped on the ball.
We'll see who comes up
It
with it
might
there.
be Ty Taylor that came up with it.
Let's
And
watch
you'll
this
see
replay.
right
Watch
here.
the ball comes loose right.
Yeah, Chris Jansen comes in
There.
and just gets stuck.
Oh, great heads-up play there.
I still didn't see who came up with the turnover, but great heads-up play. And finally,
This
something
ball
positive happens
going
on the
back
turnover
and
side
forth
for the
right here.
Utes.
1st and 10 now. Utes will take over on their own 24-yard line. The double-double Colton in the backfield to help with that pressure that Braxton needs. He's going to option out to the outside.
Makes the first guy miss.
Hold on to that
First
ball. And
down,
he's off to the
more. What has
He's
he got,
off. Look at those long legs.
Oh, yeah, he cuts it back in and takes it down to about the 30-yard line.
Great job.
Wow.
He's not
I'll
quick,
tell you
but
what.
he has long legs like a gazelle, man.
Big and fast like a gazelle, and he cuts out. He just ran out of field. They had a good angle on him, but not until he got it to the 30-yard line with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in the second period.
I think he's watching some BYU film on Old Hill.
Yeah,
he's
maybe
running the
that's
ball.
what he's got. Well, you see that it got the Ute fans on their feet. They're leaning over the bar. Nobody's even sitting on that couch they brought in, Brian.
Yeah, ball it up here. He's going to option out to the left side.
Brendan Ryan, he's got one guy to beat. Can't
not
get
able
there.
to get to the outside.
Just ankle tackles him, number 14, Hudson Conrad.
They got a minute and 40 seconds left this first half to score.
Boy, and Ryan is in there kind of as that wing back, and if he could have just turned the corner right there, he tries to beat number 14, Conrad. Conrad with a nice shoelace tackle after Ryan picks up about a yard and a half, 2 yards.
2nd and 8, you're going to call a timeout for the Utes. Trying to get this thing put together and score.
That's their last timeout for the first half. We'll take a short break and be right back after these messages.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. With the conclusion of this first half, we got about a minute and a half. The Utes have gone back and forth, finally got the ball deep within the Stallion territory. They're on 2nd and about 8 on the 28-yard line, looking to score here before the end of the first half. The score now 21-7 in favor of the visiting Stallions. He's going to hike the ball, looks to his right side, has a guy open, but not looking for the ball. He's saying, "What? It wasn't supposed to go to me." He hits him in stride, but yeah.
I look at what Massey was doing there, Brian, and I don't know if I don't know if he got hit and he thought that he had a late down the field hit or what happened. But here on the replay, you can see he's open. Never did look for the ball. And then he's looking around saying, why can the guy hit me if the ball's passed? That's what he's looking for afterwards. Here comes the pass is out. Oh, he missed him, and it's just a rare miss by Braxton Kunis because, right there, Hayden Bunderson was open. And it's just he doesn't miss often, but yeah, and that's what they teach him. If they've got safety help on the inside, throw it to the outside shoulder. Make it so that only one player has a chance at it. In that case, Bunderson turned in. Well, we're going to have an interview with Coach Reitzel at the half with Brian Baldwin, our special sideline reporter, here with the. Here comes the blitz. You know it's coming. They're showing it to you, so you've got to get rid of the ball quick. No, they back off the blitz, and here goes a deep ball, and it's not there. Just overthrown over past everyone, and that was Dylan Hanks running that fly pattern. Turnover on downs. So 21-7. And like I say, Brian, we're going to have here at the end of the half. Looking forward to this interview. Coach Reitzel has come in and done some great things here in the summertime. The Ute team they were all volunteering. Groups of 7 or 8 of them at a time, finding community events that they could turn some of their time over to. Great community involvement and some cool things. Oh, here goes a big play. Christiansen makes one guy miss, and he's quick and fast, and they get him out at the 30-yard line. That could be trouble with their kicker. I think he's got distance for about a 47-yard kick. Boy, that's not what you want to have happen when you only got a minute left here in the half. You have a chance to kind of cut into that score, that 21-7 deficit. Instead, we turn over the ball on downs, and the very next play, Christiansen just runs right up the middle. Motion to the right, they pitch it to him. Can he beat? Looks like, oh no, and a quick convergence. Oh, this doesn't look good. Bettis is a little bit slow to get up. No, he's up, he's fine. But sometimes the guy hit and takes the worst of it. You see there, Brendan Ryan, the 8-ball comes around and oh man, yeah. Well, and Bettis is the one that got his bell rung on that one. Boy, at this point, I think the Utes would just be tickled to keep any more points from going on the board. They've moved the ball pretty well. A little bit of self-destruction on their own part, but that's things they can fix in the halftime meeting. Here comes a designed run. Christiansen keeps it again. Can he beat him? No. Oh, yeah, he got his ankle rolled up on when he came down, and he doesn't look. Oh, that's tough. We're going to see here on the replay what happens. Here comes Connolly, grabs him. Oh, yeah, and he just rolls up on the back of that ankle. And, oh, Brian, you know on that turf that hurts. And he's down. So we've got a timeout for the injury. We're going to take a small break and be back. No, I think we'll keep it here. Looks like he's going to come off the field. So as long as he can get off on his own power, they're going to bring it back. Boy, the way they rolled up on his ankle, that could be a break. Yeah. Yeah, that's just a... Well... Manzioni, and also Manzioni's a great runner. So, yeah, when you're talking about Manzioni, he's a great runner, and you know I'm assuming that they've practiced and they know how to fill in those holes when you have an injury, and it's always that mentality in football. Is next guy up. 47 seconds left here in the half, leading 21-7 after the injury. You've got third and about 6 yards on the 29-yard, 28-yard line. And again, the Utes would be tickled right now. Let's just keep points off the board. But their kicker has plenty of leg, plenty of distance. So it's dangerous from here. They've got to get a stop and at least try to force the kicking team on the field. See what they can do. Up under center, keeps it and loses yardage. Number 34, Manzioni, the backup quarterback, and he's going to take about 2-yard loss. Wow. Well, I want you to stick around for the Bigfoot Pro Shop's high school halftime performance. Bigfoot Pro Shop, we've got you covered for all your outdoor adventures. That's coming up, and you can already see the, what are they, the 7-time state champion drill team lined up to come on the field. It was kind of cool last week, Brian, when they, middle of their performance, and the power blew out in the stands, and their music stopped. And they didn't miss a beat. They just counted right on through and finished their routine, and the crowd cheered them on home. Fourth down here, the kicker's on the field. The tee's on about the 36-yard line, makes it a 46-yard kick. We got a timeout from Stansbury. We're going to take a short break after this timeout. We'll be back to see this final kick, probably final play of the first half.
Western Petroleum may have changed their name to Pilot Logistics, but the employees that you have always counted on locally are still the ones here now. Pilot Logistics continues to provide the Uintah Basin with cardlock services, bulk fuels, lubes, and oils, just as they did when they were Western Petroleum. Call 789-1832 for information about the services offered by Pilot Logistics. Western Petroleum would like to thank all of their valued customers for the many years of providing services here in the Uintah Basin and look forward to serving you in the future as Pilot Logistics.
Moon Lake Electric has been a staple in the basin for 75 years. And though many things have changed through the years, one thing stays the same: our dedication to keeping the power on and our priority of doing that safely. We now have a Facebook page, which can be accessed through our website, allowing you to receive energy tips, outage reports, personnel changes, and feedback. Moon Lake Electric thanks its members and employees for 75 years of keeping the power on.
Lining up from the 36-yard line, makes it a 46-yard kick. We've seen that the kicker has plenty of leg. Jordan Shields lines up, the snap is good, he gets it, and it's blocked! It's blocked by the Utes! What a way to end the first half! Great penetration. Well, stick with us. Brian Baldwin's going to interview Coach Reitzel, and you're going to see right here the block. Who's got the penetration? He gets through, and looks like it's, I can't tell, it might be Jed Rich with the block, and there goes the team. Stick around for the Bigfoot Pro Shop High School football halftime performance, where they've got you covered for all of your outdoor adventures. We're going to turn it over to Brian Baldwin on the sideline. Well, as we wait for the coach to get down there, that's just a great momentum carrier to go into the second half with that block, Brian. It's just incredible, and you know, without a couple of plays that went against the Utes' favor, they could have had a much tighter score here at halftime, but that's something they can build on going into the second half. And Coach Reitzel's making his way over to Brian Baldwin. We're going to throw it down to him, and then we'll take that there for the halftime performance by the marching band and the drill team.
Hey, on the field with Uintah head coach Cody Reitzel, what a way to end the half.
Yeah, our defense is playing amazing. Our offense is moving the ball very well, but again, we have to finish our drives. We've got to kick our field goals, and when we get close, we need to be smart with the football, and we got to convert.
Yeah, after a couple turnovers, you guys have been playing from behind. What's the message you take to halftime with your team?
Exactly that. Defense, keep playing with the energy and motion that you are. Offense, keep doing what you're doing, but we've got to hunker down in the red zone and at the very least come up with a field goal.
All right, good job on those fourth down stops, and the offense ready to roll. Let's get them ready to roll.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Cody Reitzel on the field. I'm Brian. Back to you, Mark, and Brian up top.
And we're going to turn it over for the Bigfoot Pro Shop halftime performance. And we'll catch you at the beginning of the third period. Color guard!
The U.S. will be performing End of Time. The U.S. would like to thank the community and sponsors for all the support. Now, here they are, the U.S.
We're not cheerleaders, the drill team. Drill team, go, go. My sister's on. Oh, yeah. This guy last game, I bet I can my sister's I can get on I don't
Let's make some noise once again for your 3A state champion, U.S. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the Uintah High cheerleaders to the field. They will be performing their Make Some Noise routine tonight. Let's hear it for the cheerleaders.
Everybody get up, make some noise!
On your way to the great outdoors, stop by Bigfoot Pro Shop on North Vernal Avenue. We've got you covered. Bigfoot Pro Shop. Just look for the giant fly in the sky.
Tired of fast food type financial planning, benefits, and insurance plans? At the Advisor Group, we have specialized teams for financial planning, retirement plans, health benefits, and insurance. That's why we're the big city firm of firms for your local and professional needs.
Amplify.
Having a baby is one of the most important events in your life. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, we are prepared to make that experience memorable by providing a secure and pleasant environment. When you arrive at our birthplace, you will be greeted by our award-winning OB nursing staff. Their desire is to make you as comfortable as possible and to provide you with all the information you need or want. You will be placed in one of our modern birthing suites. Family members are welcome, but only with your consent. During the labor process, the nursing staff will attend to your every need and monitor your progress. Your physician will be kept up to date by the nursing staff and attend to you when it's time to deliver your bundle of joy. After your delivery, you will be taken to our beautiful and relaxing post-delivery rooms. Your care will still be monitored by our staff, and you and your baby will receive constant attention. Choose Ashley Regional Medical Center for your OB care.
Western Petroleum may have changed their name to Pilot Logistics, but the employees that you have always counted on locally are still the ones here now. Pilot Logistics continues to provide the Uintah Basin with cardlock services, bulk fuels, lubes, and oils, just as they did when they were Western Petroleum. Call 789-1832 for information about the services offered by Pilot Logistics. Western Petroleum would like to thank all of their valued customers for the many years of providing services here in the Uintah Basin and look forward to serving you in the future as Pilot Logistics.
Moon Lake Electric has been a staple in the basin for 75 years. And though many things have changed through the years, one thing stays the same: our dedication to keeping the power on and our priority of doing that safely. We now have a Facebook page, which can be accessed through our website, allowing you to receive energy tips, outage reports, personnel changes, and feedback. Moon Lake Electric thanks its members and employees for 75 years of keeping the power on.
VTV Channel 6 and Strata Networks present live high school football coverage in high definition. Made possible by Ashley Regional, CrossFit Avenue, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, Pilot Logistics Services, and the Advisor Group.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Uintah Basin High School football action here on VTV Channel 6. If you're just joining us, we're here at Uintah High as they're playing host to the Stansbury Stallions. We just started the third quarter. The score 21-7 in favor of the visiting Stansbury Stallions.
You know, Brian, and now we got a kickoff to Stansbury. You'll remember the first play of the game, kickoff, we had the fumble on the 29-yard line. So it's kind of like they got the ball twice on the kickoff. And here goes a kick from Seitz, and he gets a good deep ball, and it's going to get back to the 1-yard line for the return.
Brings it out, kicking it out to the right side. Finally brought down by a couple of number 4, number 33 for the Utes.
Well, and we had an offensive performance by Stansbury. And right there at the end of the half, we had the block punt, but more importantly, and we're going to have to see if their quarterback, Christiansen, comes back on the field after Connolly had a tackle on him and rolled up on his ankle. Talking to the coaching staff at halftime, Brian, and yeah, Christiansen is out, so we do have as quarterback Manzioni, and he takes the snap and hands off right up the middle to Mackey, who stopped for about 4 yards, but that injury could be key.
Yeah, we'll see if that backup quarterback can handle that option just as well. So 2nd and about 5 now for Stansbury. Come up to the ball. Manzioni under center. He's going to option off to his first guy. He's brought down by about 3 different Utes. Let's see where they spot this ball. It's going to be just shy of first down, maybe a yard or two. 21 with the carry there.
It's Horowitz.
Horowitz. They will come up now just shy of first down, 3rd and about 2 now for Stansbury. They're on their 35-yard line.
You know, we heard Reitzel say right at the end of the half, or when he's talking to Brian Baldwin, the defense has to do what they do, and they did. Right up the middle. And they've called it dead. Caleb Burchell with the big stuff. And he's done that twice now where he just gets right up the middle and disrupts the play before it can even develop. Burchell with a big stop. Didn't take him down, but they did blow the whistle. They did blow the whistle, so he let him go. And he played to the end of the whistle. That's what they're coached to do.
Well, that'll bring up a 4th down. This is only the 2nd time Stansbury's had to punt in this game. So 4th and about 4. They are lined up in the punt formation. Number 5, Jury is back to receive about the 40-yard line. Snap, back, the punt's away. It's deep. He's going to have to back up about 10 yards.
Oh, a beauty of a kick, and it takes a nice bounce for Uintah.
Down about the 25-yard line. They're going to take over 1st and 10.
Time for the Ute offense to do what they were doing, and Coach Reitzel at the end of the half said, we've got to do what we do and then perform when we get down in the red zone. They get down in the red zone and basically self-destruct, not even getting the field goals, doing those things. He hit it spot on, and I'm sure he had a great halftime where he got the attention of the kids, and they know what they need to do. They can move the ball, and this is the time to put points on the board, Brian.
1st and 10 now for the Utes. Braxton, he's going to option out to the first guy. He's taking a page out of Hill's book, and he's going to brag it for 14 yards. 1st and 10 for the Utes.
Well, it's working already, Brian, and they did that play at the end of the first half, and got themselves down into scoring position. An excellent read by Kunis, and he takes it up and moves the chains.
1st and 10. Braxton under center, or in the shotgun formation this time.
Oh,
the ball comes loose. Same play, but fumbled, but he was able to fall on the ball.
I think he was supposed to hand it off to Colton. You look right there, and right at the last second he thinks, maybe I'll keep it. Lucky to keep a hold of it. Kincaid coming off the edge was right there, and boy, those exchanges are so crucial.
2nd and about 12 now for the Utes. He's going to look out to pass. He's got a guy open, hits him. That's Connolly. Good for about 5 yards.
Nice catch by Connolly, and draped all over him was Tyler Jensen. Good coverage by Stansbury, but Kunis put the ball in the position only his guy could catch it, and that's a good way to start when that was on 2nd down. So it's going to be about 3rd and 7 right now.
Yeah, 3rd and about 7. Braxton in the shotgun formation. He has double in the near. He's going to go kind of a screen pattern. Number 15 there, I believe that's Bunderson.
Bunderson catches it, makes it about 4th and 4. And here comes the punting team. You see Seitz coming in from his position down at about the 30-yard line. I think that's where the kickers are supposed to line up. Do they teach that in practice?
30?
Yeah, keep them way down. You just stay down there. We'll call you when we need you.
Well, he's gonna come on to the field to punt it away. Hopefully, puts it back in the Stallion territory. Oh, it's a fake.
It's a fake. Hunter
Connolly
puts
comes
it up.
back.
It's converted. Converted. Unbelievable. Jerry Bennison. Connolly played quarterback for a lot of last year. No, we didn't see it, Brian, and they certainly didn't either. And he underthrew it, Brian. You see here on the replay, and Bunderson actually is the one. No, that's Jerry Bennison that comes back to that ball. He sees it's underthrew and cuts underneath the defensive back. Wow, that's a gutsy call at the 45-yard line, Brian.
But he gets it. Good enough for a first down. 1st and 10 now for the Utes, the 28-yard line. Everybody thought I was going to go punt, but including us, like you mentioned. He's going to fake it. He has a guy open. Oh, is it intercepted?
Oh,
I think it is.
Intercepted. Oh, just underthrown. Bunderson had a step, but number 14, Hudson Conrad, right there. He turns around, locates the football. And wow, that's a play, Brian. He jumps up to catch that. Wow, turnover at about the 4-yard line. Time for the defense to do what they did on the last one. Let's get a stop and keep this positive field position.
Take over Stallions now. 1st and 10. They're going to spot it, about the 3-4-yard line? So like I said, it could be a big down for the defense. We'll see what they can do.
In a tight formation, looks a lot like a goal line stance. Just barely gets clear of the end zone and then makes a really big positive play out of it. And then here comes the dirty laundry. And I don't know, that's kind of a touchy foul. They're going to the sideline. A guy wraps them up, and then they go out of bounds together. Boy, almost a safety. He got hit deep. Yeah, they're going to call the late hit. I'm not sure I like it, but it's too late about that. Bettis nearly had a safety. Did hit him about with 1 foot in the end zone. So here goes the 15-yard penalty. They're going to put it up to the 26-yard line. Yeah, I don't know, Brian. That's a tough call for the Utes.
Yeah, I think it could have been late, but like you said, it wasn't anything worth throwing the flag. Sometimes when you think they should, they don't, and then other times you think you just let them play, and that's when it comes out. So 1st and 10 now. They're what they would have been close to a safety, now brings the ball back out. The defensive line is drawn off bound.
Yeah, and you have a hard count by Gage Manzioni, and everybody jumps, and they were looked like coming on a called blitz play because you had the outside linebacker rushing up. And sometimes when you get that defensive call for a blitz, everyone's kind of just amped up, and in this case, got a little excited. Cost 5 yards. First down 5. Hand off to the reverse. That's number 28, Alexander Mackey, and he picks up enough for a first down. And that's a quick developing play. Mackey comes off that left wing, comes around, and Dylan Hanks quick on the draw there to save what could potentially be a much bigger gain for Stansbury.
What do we have now? Close to 1st and 10, about midfield for Stansbury. The Utes hoping to staunch the bleeding now. 1st and 10. They're going to go in motion. They're going to hand it off to the first man out to the left side. Cut up to Connolly. He's able to bring him down, but let's see where they spot this ball.
Well, another 10-yard play, and they ran the exact same play. They ran it right, and then they ran it left. Mackey had the same thing. He lines up and swings around the quick handoff, and he sees the hole and does not hesitate. Doesn't try to get the corner, just shoots upfield. Good enough for a first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Turnover, remember, they intercepted it at the 3-yard line. So a couple of big plays, and the Stallions are moving the ball quickly.
1st and 10 again for the Stallions. Again at midfield. They did give him a good spot. Quarterback keeps the ball, but thrown down tries to stiff arm him. Let's see what kind of call is brought in. Maybe a face mask on the defense. That's the only thing I could think because it was a stiff arm.
I think you can stiff arm fine as long as you don't hit the face. Let's see, it might have gone.
It's a face mask on the defense. Yep, that's who that is.
Yeah, stiff arm's okay, but it's that blow to the face, and again, protecting the head. And a good break for the Utes, just when they were going to cross midfield. 10-yard penalty. That makes it 1st and 20 from about the 39-yard line.
All right. So 1st and 10 now. Marching back just a bit, but able to tie him up. They seem to have contained that outside now. They're just beating him in the middle now in the trenches, but able to contain, which is great. Whatever they did to correct that in the locker room was able to take away the big play. So that'll bring up 2nd and about 14 now for the Stansbury Stallions.
And, you know, Horowitz right up the middle, and they've got so many options at the running back position. And even with Christiansen leaving, back to pass, and he hits him in stride, gets the 1st down and more. Wow, Hudson Conrad gets hit there by Gage Manzioni, and they don't pass a lot, so when it happens, the defense is coming up, expecting the run, and a beautiful call by the Stansbury coaches, picks up about 17 on the play, moves the change.
Like I said, have fortunately taken away the big play in the second half. But the Stallions are still moving at will.
Out blitz, and then the hard count, and here they come. Manzione's done it twice to us. Picked up 10 yards on this drive alone, makes it a short 2nd, 3 yards to go. And they're going with the slower pace here, and why not? Second half, you've got a lead. Why not take your time in that huddle? Here comes the pitch. Boy, right there, Dylan Hanks nearly disrupts it before the pitch can go out. And not only does he do that, but he recovers and gets in on the tackle of number 14, Hudson Conrad. After the play had well gone past him, he recovers from the miss where he hit the quarterback and comes in and helps on the tackle. I think you can see why he's the state Gatorade player of the week, two weeks running now.
Yeah, definitely pulling his share of the weight on the Ute side. 1st and 10, though, for the Utes. The ball will be spotted about the 25-yard line. Just about done, about 3/4 of the way through this 3rd quarter. And the Stallions threatening once again on the doorstep. Quarterback under center. Two on the play.
Big Jed Rich on the tackle there. And I don't think he's going to let go of that guy's ankles for another 5 minutes the way he was holding on down low. And while he's got the ankles, here comes the linebacker crew to just clean up the mess. Second 10, nominal gain, if any. Up under center, they've got 2 tailbacks. Going to throw again, he's got the lane. Well, lots of contact, but Hayden Bunderson became a receiver he was playing the ball, and even though there was a lot of contact, he was going straight for the ball. So they let that play. Tyler Jensen was the intended receiver. Nice play by Bunderson. And I don't know, Brian, it's a little change of tactics. Starting to throw. I wonder if Manzione's got the better accuracy, and if the Stansbury coaches know something, or if they just intended to come out and just dominate with the run in that first half, and a little bit of change of pace now that they've got their backup in.
Yeah, you'd think they would, run out the clock. They got the lead, just stay on the ground game and run out the clock and get this game over. But like you said, they're going to the air. Pitches out to the right side, almost contained, finally driven out of bounds, but does pick up the first down.
And you're saying Visamele comes in and dives at his feet. They read it, but missed. And on this defense, they've got one person's got to make that first tackle. Mele just misses, and he squeezes through and is able to get the first down at about the 13-yard line. They started this drive on the 3-yard line, Brian. 3:38 left here in the third period. Even with two throws, and we've got a stop of the clock from the referee. I want to thank Moon Lake Electric, one of our sponsors tonight. They've been in operation since 1938. Moon Lake Electric is owned by the people they serve. They are a cooperative, not privately owned. Moon Lake Electric, been with us for a lot of years here on the VTV Channel 6 production of Uintah Basin High School football action. I want to thank them and all of our sponsors for helping us put this production on. After the timeout, we're going to see motion to the right. There's another throw. Manzione doesn't like what he sees. Rich just misses him. Manzione's going to get the corner. No, he's got taken down at about the 10-yard line. Boy, and we got two Utes a little bit slow to get up. Dylan Hanks and Jury Bettis collided with each other. They're up. Looks like they just, you'll see right here at the sideline, everyone met together. Oh, and it just, hey, Bettis' knee went up into Hank's belly. Boy, you know that's going to hurt. There's a flag on the play holding against the offense. That'll take 10 yards off. Make it first. It's first down about the 28-yard line. They have to get to the 3-yard line to get a first down. So it's about 1st and 25, up under center. Handoff, keeps it himself. Manzione right up the middle. Gang tackled by the Utes. At this point, we'll give him 4 yards when it's 1st and 25. That brings up 2nd about 21 yards.
Well, let's see if they can't hold them. Like I said, need a big D line stance, and they might just have it up their sleeve here. 2nd and about 20. Manzione under center. He's going to look to pass on this near side. He's going to keep it. Fires. Finds a man. Threads the needle. And keeps his feet. He jumps in for a touchdown.
Unbelievable. Hudson Conrad there on the pass. Manzione on a designed rollout play. Wow, that was impressive. He never thought run. You'll see on the replay, he never thinks to run. Dylan Hanks is on contain, and he puts it in a tough spot. Hudson Conrad, does the rest. Dives in, 27-7, Stansbury. 2:30 left here in the third period. Line up for the kick.
Snap. It's down. Kick is up. And it's good. So with this down to 2:30 left in this second half, the score now 28-7. We'll step away, have a word from our sponsors, and be right back.
On your way to the great outdoors, stop by Bigfoot Pro Shop on North Vernal Avenue. We've got you covered. Bigfoot Pro Shop. Just look for the giant fly in the sky.
we're back. Stansbury's going to kick from the 40-yard line. 28-7. Ball game is not over, Brian. You've got 2:31 left. And you get a couple of good bounces go your way and take care of the football. We were moving, and then the turnover happens at the 3-yard line. Here's the kick. Fielded by Connolly at about the 4-yard line. He's got a blocker. He makes it past the 20, 25, lowers his shoulder, and gets to about the 27-yard line. You see on this replay, one of the scariest plays in football is this kickoff or any kind of kick return. You've got 22 guys moving very fast all around you, and you're the guy trying to find a little tiny hole to squirt through, and everyone has the same intention. Let's take the guy's head off that has the ball. Kunis in shotgun, gets the snap, designed run. He picks up 5-7. He's about 10 yards. Gets about 7 yards, on the play. That's a nice design right there. Kind of playing against the aggressiveness of Stansbury. All 4 of the down linemen for Stansbury were beyond Kunis when he decided to start running. So they're starting to take that aggressiveness and use it against Stansbury. Nice design by the head coach, Coach Reitzel. Massey in motion, they hand it off. Doesn't get much. 17, Taylor Dilly on the tackle. Tyson Colton on the play you'll see on the replay, Brian. Didn't have a lot of chance to make that edge. A nice play.
Yeah, third and short now. Third and about 3 yards. Braxton is going to hike the ball. Oh no, another blown play. Him and Colton, just a miscommunication.
Well, you see they're trying to do that read option, and Colton's going way around the right edge. Somebody got the wrong message, and they had a couple of those in the last game, and they actually talked about the crowd control and the noise, how sometimes they can't hear what's going on. In fact, talking to number 23, Patrick Massey, after the game last week, he said on the play he caught the touchdown pass. He didn't even know it was to his until right before the snap.
So bring up 4th and about 4, but they're well within their own territory, so they're going to punt it away. Bad snap, Seitz, and we get the ball.
Oh, Seitz just, boy, his chin strap's off, his helmet's just barely hanging on. Wow. Yeah, he doesn't look happy. Unbelievable hit.
Well, 1st and 10, they got great field position here on the 19-yard line. They'll see what they can do.
Boy, you watch this replay, and don't call a kicker soft after he takes a shot like that. Chin straps off, helmet's off, and number 7, Spencer Wahangi, gives him a little extra English on the way down to the ground. Play goes to the right, nothing happening for number 28, Alexander Mackey.
Let's see if they can't put it in. Like I said, they've got great field position. They got to capitalize on this. The score already 28-7 with just 30 seconds left. That clock will stop because they went out of bounds.
Pilot Logistics. Western Petroleum may have a new name with Pilot Logistics, but they are still the same great company you can rely on. I want to thank Pilot Logistics and all our sponsors for helping us bring this production to you. What looks to be probably the last play of the 3rd period, lining up under center Manzioni, and we've got a timeout. It's going to go Stansbury with a timeout. We're going to take a break and be back right after this word from our sponsors.
Tired of fast food type financial planning, benefits, and insurance plans? At the Advisor Group, we have specialized teams for financial planning, retirement plans, health benefits, and insurance. That's why we're the big city firm of firms for your local and professional needs.
Well, after the timeout by Stansbury, that's their first timeout of the second half, 28-7. 29 seconds left. Boy, and we've gave them a short field on numerous possessions, and Stansbury has shown the ability to capitalize on these short fields. But 2nd and 6 to go. Manzioni up under center like he's been all night since he took over. He looks to pass, nothing there. He resets, throws it well over the head of his receiver. The only ones that had a chance of it were the Utes. Looks like Massey and Connolly were in on the play to disrupt it. There's Connolly playing the safety. Massey's guarding his man one-on-one. Good help, but that ball was well over the head of everybody. 3rd and about 6 yards. In the huddle. 24 seconds left in the 3rd period. Delayed handoff right around the corner. Connolly took a bad angle. And that allows number 14, Hudson Conrad, to score. Yeah, Connolly's coming playing safety, and he got drug up a little bit and just can't quite get the corner. Conrad was able to get past him and score untouched for the touchdown. 34-7 here at the end of the 3rd period. Snaps up, kick is good. Boy, you see that ball disappear up into the night sky. The last one went so high, nobody really knew where it was. But he's kicked two beautiful kicks in a row. And after the halftime score of 21-7, it's been all Stansbury here in the second half. Turnovers and miscues on the side of the Uintah side of the ball probably doomed them for this game. Let's see what they can do. They have a full period to work with. And if they can string together a drive without any miscues, without the big penalties or a turnover, they can do some damage. They have been moving the ball, and then they become their own worst enemy with the turnovers and some of the miscues. But this is a good chance here, 4th period, to put some points on the board. Well, Brian, we got the Bluebell Corn Maze is back, where we get to select player of the game. And I'm telling you right now, one of my favorite players of the game has been Burchell, Caleb Burchell, just doing some disruption up the middle. And he's really done some good things on the defensive line all night long, and he's helped keep him in there. But you can't discount that play by Jerry Bettis with the hot tomahawk chop, too. And defensively, it's been that side of the ball. Oh, it happened twice now. The kick goes out of bounds. That'll put it up at the 35-yard line. So we'll start with good field position. So the player of the game will get two Bluebell Corn Maze tickets. And I don't know, I look forward to that every year. That's something we go up to with the family. You know, the kids like to go up there, the high school guys. You know, they got at night becomes the Haunted Woods, the Haunted Maze, whatever. Our very own Alex Munson dresses up for that. They don't have to paint his face. He's ugly enough without it. Kunis just throws it behind Massey, and he's been off target a little bit all night. You know, he's a 70% passer on the season, and he's had some misses here, and this time he just throws right behind Massey, and he might have had to throw it in that position because 19, Austin Kincaid, off that defensive left end, was jumping up, and I think the only passing lane he had was to throw it behind to the right shoulder of Massey. Up under shotgun again. Braxton Kunis waits to see what they show. They show blitz. Looks like they're going to bring 6. They've got 5 blockers in. They do bring 6. He gets it off. Can't hold it. Bettis. Oh, no, excuse me. That was Brickman. Brickman Williams, number 4. So he read the blitz and got rid of it in time. A little bit low right at the knees of Brickman Williams, but he can't hang on to it at the 39-yard line. Third down, 10 yards to go. 4 down linemen. They show blitz right up the middle. Blitz comes. They take care of it. Might be a hold. Doesn't have enough time. Braxton Kunis brought down at the 25-yard line. There's got to be an adjustment made, Brian. We have 5 down linemen, and they've brought a blitz on nearly every play. And right that time, it's a blitz right up the middle. That disrupts the pocket. Braxton Kunis can't do anything, and eventually the pocket collapses around him. We've got Brian Baldwin. Okay, we're going to throw it down to Brian Baldwin at the sideline. He's got the in-game report from the sideline. We're going to send it down to Brian Baldwin now while we're waiting for this timeout to come out. Well, they're going to switch fields. We're about to start the fourth period.
Dixon. Okay. I know a lot of those duties, but it was like activities director or some fancy title.
Something like that, whatever.
Okay, so we're looking at this brand new shiny field. Looks great on camera. Everyone at home can see that. We see every once in a while these little black things. I don't know if you can see it in my hand right here. These little black things kick up every time someone takes a step or a ball hits the ground. Tell us about these little rubber pellets.
What the rubber pellets are, it's a combination of rubber pellets and sand, and that's the difference between the old AstroTurf and the new turf. That this is more of a feel like grass because there's probably, I would guess, 3 to 4 inches of sand in the black pellets that softens and makes it so it feels like real grass.
Okay, and one of the things that I've noticed, the speed of the game, it's a lot faster.
You feel faster. I'd like to get a stop, but you do feel faster because everything's even. I mean, there's no uneven ground. You're running, so you're not watching your feet, but absolutely feels good. The other thing on this is because it's so marked well, you really see improved play with receivers because they're able to discipline their routes a lot more, and especially at practice.
Yeah, and this is a long-term investment.
Absolutely. That this should last 15, 20 years, we hope. And then even on that, it's not the same expense because all the underwork is already done.
All right, Kevin, some happening. Let's get back to the field, and I'll send it back up to the booth with Mark and Brian.
Well, thanks, Brian. And while they're talking about the turf, 2 incredible plays happened for the Utes on the punt. They're supposed to yell fire when things go bad or some code word. The gunner didn't get that word, and he's out trying to send a block. The ball bounces off and hits him. Turnover on the punt. And then to follow that up, Braxton Kunis looks like is contained. He gets outside Tyson Colton on his release man on the short flat, gets the ball, runs for a first down. So 1st and 10. Here comes a handoff to Massey. He lowers his shoulders and picks up about 3 yards on the play. So incredible couple of plays. Maybe we need to throw it down to Brian Baldwin at the sideline more often because while he's talking, good things happen. And you hear him talking about this gorgeous new field, and you've played on this turf, and those black pellets do make a difference. When I was a kid out in Salt Lake playing on those early AstroTurf fields, I remember how many times my ankle would get stuck. Kunis goes up high to get the ball and makes something, well, it just barely gets back to the original first down marker. Last game versus Union, we had a couple of those high snaps and actually ended up losing some of those. So Kunis did what he could to make something out of nothing. But the defensive line disruption from Stansbury makes it so that pocket collapses in a hurry. They have a very limited time. 4 down linemen. Blitz showing from the left side. Here comes the blitz. They've got 5. Kunis had to get rid of it in a hurry. and cannot connect. They showed that blitz from the left side. Manzioni was coming hot, and he was unblocked. Kunis had about a half second to get rid of it, and did. And couldn't do anything. Nearly got it to Massey, but couldn't convert. 4th down, 10. 35-7. It's time to go for it. They've got no other choice. Got Dylan Hanks back for protection. Calls up the play. Got one to the left. He looks left. He pump fakes, and then he throws it. Got him wide open. Can he get him? He hits him for a touchdown. Oh, on stride to Hayden Bunderson. Beautiful. And I'll tell you what, it's the pump fake from Braxton Kunis. Freezes everybody. Hayden Bunderson just continues his route, and he hits him right on stride. Nice shoulder fake. Freezes everybody, and Bunderson is 5 yards behind the defense. Finally, something positive, 35-13. 10:01 left in the 4th period. Seitz lines up for the extra point. Want to remind everyone, DVD and Blu-ray copies of tonight's game are available and all season. Go to VTVchannel6.com or 781-1902 for your copy. The snap is good. Kick, the holder gets it down, and Seitz from the kicking cartel of Vernal gets it through. 35-14. Coach Allen gets his team around him and talks about what they want to do. Everybody ought to start expecting an onside kick at this point. Why not? If you don't try to get aggressive now, you're going to go home with a loss, whether it's by 30, 40 points, or maybe you can cut the margin of defeat down and maybe even claw your way back into the game.
For sure, like you say, you got nothing to lose, so you might as well go for it. Coach is going to talk to his guys, see if they got a little bit of gas left in their tank to come back, mount their comeback right here. They got 10 minutes left to go. Definitely have enough time, but against a very powerful Stansbury defense, it's going to be very hard. So they're going to line up to kick the ball 40-yard line. Seitz talking to the ref, probably still about that hit that he had that took his helmet off. Still a little upset about that, but he's going to put the pass behind him and line up for the kickoff. The crowd on their feet, trying to get behind their team to mount a comeback. Seitz kicks it deep. Oh no. Onside kick, it's picked up just a little too far and rumbled about to the 50-yard line, so the Stansbury will take over 1st and 10 right at midfield at 50-yard line. We got, I don't think that Stansbury has substituted any of their second string in yet. They still have their starters minus their starting quarterback, who was injured early in the 3rd quarter. Stansbury comes up to the line, 1st and 10. Mattizone under center, hands it off to the first man through the, finally brought down, but not before he gains 10 yards on the play. Harwitz, man, that guy, once he gets that ball and gets his feet moving, there's no stopping him. So 1st and 10, once again, for Stansbury. They've had quite a trip. They've come up all the way there down by Grantsville almost. They had a couple of the buses filled up, and they made the trip early this morning to make it here on time. Again, this side to the near side, brought down by a pack. Harwood's padding his numbers tonight. He's got quite a few, but they were able to hold him short just a 1st down. Gain of about 6 on the play, 2nd and 4 now for Stansbury. They're just going to run this clock out. Got about 9:30 left in this game, but have definitely made a showing tonight as they've traveled this far. 35-14, midway through the 4th quarter. They're going to hand it off, but gain a very few. The Utes hoping to come up with the ball. Mattizone hands off there. Manzione, excuse me, that one's gonna hard one to stick. 3rd and about 2 now for Stansbury. They're taking their pretty time getting up to the ball. They got no rush. Like you said, they're just going to go for the T game now and try to run out this clock. 3rd and 3. Red zone to the left side, to the right side, and to the left side again it goes. Pretty much a carbon copy of what they've been doing all night long, especially Horowitz there with the play, and that will be good enough for a first down. 1st and 10. The Utes showing fatigue as they're trying to keep this game from being a complete blowout. Taking their time, getting up to the line. Like I said, they got no rush to get up there. Uintah still with plenty of timeouts, but they'd like to save those had they get, and rocked right when he gets, the ball comes loose from the fumble, and the ball is recovered. Number 42. First down for the Utes. You must have heard me, Dylan Hanks must have heard me bragging on how tired they looked, man. He jumped right through that line, hit the quarterback. The ball comes loose right there as he was gonna pitch it there. The ball comes loose. It's batted around and finally jumped on by a heads-up O-line or defensive line. 1st and 10 for the Utes. They're gonna take over on their 28-yard line. Melee's the one that jumped on that ball. We got Braxton in the backfield talking things over with Colton. Risking to delay a game. He's going to pitch. Got a guy open. Almost brought down. Number 8 there, Brennan Ryan. Oh, just off his fingers. He was so close to bringing that ball down, but not able to. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Utes.
Well, you see on this replay, Ryan was beyond his man, and he jumps up to get that ball. Hits him off the hands. No replay, Brian. We're going to go right back to the action. The Utes go a little bit quicker. They're down big. Need to do it quick. 8:05 left here in the 4th period. They send that motion to try to see what's going to happen. Here comes the shown blitz right up the middle. They've got 5 guys blocking 6. This is where, and they're going to back off now, so only 4 coming. But right to Ryan again. Ryan comes back around looking for the block from Bunderson. Doesn't get it. But he does move it up about 4 yards, going to make it about 3rd and 5, Brian.
Let's see, we got 3rd and 5, excuse me. 3rd and 5 now for the Utes. They've got to convert if they want to put this game anywhere close. Got Kunis under shotgun formation, to the near, to the far. He's looking to the left, check to the right, and sacked.
Well, here they brought again 5 players. We've got 5 linemen, and they have 4 down, and then they bring the 1 extra. So if somebody misses their block or someone breaks free right there, what happened is just on the edge. Caleb Burchill just got beat on the outside edge. 4th and 12. They do bring sights on for the kick, down 35-14 with 7 minutes left.
Well, they faked the last time. I don't know if the Stallions are going to wise up. They look like they're playing on their heels, so doesn't look like they're going to rush quite as many. He does get it away, barely, almost roughed him. And that was close. It almost did a repeat. Like I said, that Stansbury guy almost got a ball bounced into him, but he was able to stay away. Takes a good Uintah bounce, brings it down to about the 34-yard line. The Stallions will take over. 6:39 left in this game. The Utes down 14-35. We'd like to thank all the people who brought this game to us tonight. Like I said, the advisor group, financial planning, benefits package, insurance, and retirement plans. We have a specialized team to help meet your needs. We are the firm of firms. L&L Motor, as mentioned, we're going to travel to Roosevelt next week, and they have a big halftime show that L&L does. They do a pass, punt, and kick thing where they let somebody opt to, if they get it, you can come up with $1,000 on homecoming. So it's going to be a great show there in Roosevelt, and that's a big sponsor, L&L Motor. Moon Lake Electric is also headquartered there in Roosevelt, and Pilot Logistics is all over the place. Well, that was Manzione, and he was tackled by Hunter Connolly, but not before he gained about 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 now for the Stallions. We'll see if they can't, Uintah can't stop them here. About midfield, they'd have great field position. Wrapped up right as he got the ball, but that is such a hurry-up offense. They were able to get penetration before he was tackled by anybody. But just shy of first down. They're going to mark it about 3rd and 1 now. They're not, like I said, any hurry. The clock is marching down. We're at 5:30 now. The Utes wishing for a little bit more time on the clock. They're going to hand it off to the first man. I think he was stopped right at the line of scrimmage there. Yeah. We'll see where he marked the ball. Yeah, it's going to be good enough for first down. Like I said, just barely squirted through. I was looking at one of the big linemen, number 55 for their side. Yeah, he pushes right there. I was looking at 55. He stood up, but yeah, I was able to squirt through. Good enough for a first down. 1st and 10 for the Stallions on the 45-yard line. 5:22 left in this game. Maybe if I offend the Utes again, they'll come up with a big play and get the ball back. That's usually the way they roll. They option there, the quarterback pushes his feet. Man, this is a big running team, and all of them keep their feet moving. Like I said, he was tackled, lost a helmet there. In the meantime, the chin strap's running off the field. Number 42 there. Dylan Hanks has got to get buttoned back up so he can get back in there. Having some technical difficulties. Braden Lewis is coming in, trying to get brought up to date. He's got trips out to the left side, single out here to the right. He's going to hand it off. Option, keeps the ball. Ball comes loose. We'll see who comes to use. Let's see if the Utes.
U-ball, Brian, U-ball. They've signaled U-ball, first down. 2 turnovers here in this period, both on their side of the field by the Stansbury Stallions.
Like I said, it just took some kind of offense that I had. They come up big, almost the exact same series as last time. They came up big when they looked to be on their heels. Now 1st and 10 for the Utes now. They take over on the 40-yard line. 4:45 left in this game. Plenty of time to score and get an onside kick. Kunis looking to pass. I'd imagine they got a lot of ground they need to chew up.
Showing that blitz up the middle again, Brian.
Showing blitz. They have a 3-man front, but then they blitz a guy. Blitz on the right side. Pass it to Colton, or hand it off to Colton. Little or nothing. In fact, they're going to mark him as a loss of 3 on the play. So I'm bringing up 2nd and 13 now. They got to go to the air if they're going to try to get anywhere close. They got to get Kunis throwing. They keep him honest with Colton, but they got to get some yards here. So 2nd and 13 now for the Utes. We'll see. There we go. Braxton, shotgun formation, trips to the far side, single here. Bunderson, he likes Bunderson on the weak side. They're showing the blitz. 2-man. Well, it's going to be a false start there. Great job, though. Catch the ball. Let's see who's. Yeah, they're talking to the Stansbury, so should be a false start. They're going to march them back 5 yards.
When they're doing something, creative with these blitzes, they're showing it from one position and they come up. And so the line's having to talk, but they aren't exactly sure which way it's coming. And where the center's hiking the ball, the remaining 4 down linemen have an assignment, and then they're just blitzing these gaps. And they're coming right behind, so they have one-on-one blocking, and then they have that free guy coming up the middle.
2nd and about 20 now. Kunis talking to his guys. Colton gets a hard snap. You look to the right, checks to the left, and sacked. That big 53, man, for the Stallions. He just was pushing his way around Allen there. 6'4", 300 pounds. I mean, you got to be some kind of big guy to take him on. I mean,
and you saw what happened. It's not as though number 52, Caden Henderson, is a small guy for the Utes, but he just got bull rushed. He got underneath Caden's shoulder pads and drove him back until he got to the quarterback. And really, Kunis has got to be aware they're coming. He's got to get that ball out of there. He's got a short count. There's a handoff to the outside.
Whoa. The lock comes loose, but he was able to get down Bunderson there. Wasn't able to quite get back to the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 4th down. He tries to get around to the outside. Great downfield blocking. Gets his legs tacked out, but the fumble was caused by the ground, so he was down. Maybe back to the 4th down and 20, the original line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage. So they're gonna set up the punt. Spencer Sights in the backfield. Calls for the ball, he's gonna get it. It's kind of a bad snap, gets it away. Decent punt, bounces about the 40, takes a great 15-yard, 16-yard roll. Finally down about the 17, 23-yard line. So great punt by Sights.
Sights finally had some time to kick, but it didn't look like they brought much pressure. And he gets a beauty off, Brian. One of the few bright spots here in the second half. And you see that. Boy, last week we had a punt or a low snap like that, and you saw Union go down and take a knee to pick it up. Sights knew what he had to do, bent over straight to pick it up, and then gets a nice roll. And here with about 2:58 left here in the period, and they just continue to run it. No, we might have a Stansbury injury, and boy, you don't want to see that late in the game like this. Number 21, Horowitz, has had a great night, but he's down, and the referees are calling the timeout. We're going to see on the replay what happens here. Here comes Horowitz. Oh, and I bet you just got the wind knocked out of him because Dylan Hanks just swung him around, and he landed on the football. And you see that Horowitz is up and walking off on his own power, so sure enough, I bet that football just hit him right in the diaphragm.
Yeah, like you said, Dylan, man, he slammed him. Dylan Hanks, he just picked him up and threw him down. So they're going to take a official timeout here to get him off the field, get him buttoned up. I'd like to think, you talked a little bit about the players of the game. I didn't quite catch who you had whittled down to.
Well, you had some great plays on the defensive side. You had Caleb Burchell he's disrupted and got in the backfield on several plays. Can't overlook Dylan Hanks. And then you talk about the play that Jury Bettis made with that tomahawk, saved a touchdown at the beginning of the game. We have to give it to one of the defensive players this game, Brian.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think Dylan Hanks has come up big. Like you said, not anything too crazy. I mean, he's come up with some big 4th down plays and stuff, but I think all in all, he's had a great night and a great season so far. So if it was up to me, and like I said, defensive play, I'd have to go with Dylan Hanks tonight.
Yeah, we're going to go with Dylan Hanks on the offensive side. It says here that the Bluebell Corn Maze wants to give a player of the game to each team. Yeah, I wonder if Stansbury is going to come out to the for each local team. I got to read my stats right. Maybe we could talk him into giving an extra one to the Utes. Bounces off a couple guys, makes something out of what looked like nothing, and finally Dylan Hanks is able to take Alexander McKay down. But boy, he just played ping pong in the backfield with a couple of Utes. You'll see right there coming up with the chip shot. And then after both of those players miss, he picks up 15 yards and brings it off across to the 49-yard line.
Again, Dylan Hanks with the tackle. 1st and 10 for the Stallions. 49-yard line of the Utes. We're marching down on the 2-minute mark. Under center. He's got an option off to the, pull it back out, cuts it up. Finally brought down by Connolly. Not before he gains 20 on the play. That triple threat offense, like you said, there's just so many options and so many ways that it can go. And it's really, like you said, just they get to play off of what they see. That time he pulled it out of his running back's hands, kept it for himself, and gained 20 yards on the play. 1st and 10 for the Stallions. 28-yard line. 1:45 left in this game. They've done it before down here when they've been on their heels. Let's see if they can't come up with a big fumble recovery or some big play on the defensive side. They're getting back into that maroon. He's going to pull it out. Oh, his leg's knocked out that way. Connolly says, not on my side of the field, you don't. Knocks his legs out from under him. Gain of about 2 or 3 on the play. Well, like we mentioned, next week we're going to be over in Roosevelt. I'd like all those faithful VTV viewers to tune in. 7 o'clock next week, we're going to be over in Roosevelt, bringing you that game. And then I believe that the week after that, we're starting to slowly approach these homecoming games too. To get all the crazies and the student body involved. Everybody from the community gets out in droves. So definitely tune in for those homecoming games. There's great halftime presentations that we also bring to you. So stay tuned for all of those. And if you've missed this game or tune in later, it is rebroadcast throughout the week. So you can catch that on www.vtvchannel6.com. You can also pick up copies of tonight's game or other games that have been broadcast by going to that website or calling at 781-1902, and they can hook you up with a copy. 1st and 10 now. They're just going to take a knee and run this clock out. 32 seconds left in this game. Again, we'd like to thank all those sponsors who brought this game to you tonight, even though it didn't turn out as well as we would hope, losing to Stansbury 35-14. We'd like to thank the advisor group, CrossFit Avenue, Ashley Regional Medical Center, L&L Motors, Moon Lake Electric, and Pilot Logistics. That great Jiffy halftime show was brought to you by Jiffy's Pawn Shop, Bigfoot Pro Shop, and then all the other odds and ends. But we'd like to thank all the guys who brought this game to you. Again, Judge Memorial, that's going to be a tough one for Eugene. Those private schools, the Judge, they can stack their teams. They got their work cut out for them, and then they're going to host Emory once again. So we got a back-to-back doubleheader there at Union. Then we come back here to Uintah High as they host Juan Diego and Ben Lomond. I believe, like I said, we're picking up both the homecoming games for Union and Uintah. Then we get to go to our 1A classes there. We got Altamont and Duchesne, and then we got Duchesne. They've been in the KSL and stuff. I've seen a lot of reports on them. Duchesne, they've now broke the record for the most wins in the state of Utah. So we're glad to bring those games to you tonight. For all of us here at VTV, we like camera operators, Anna McKenna, Kylie Moore, Devin Allred, and Alex Munson. Graphics, Dave Ryan. And Tyler Rasmussen is on the instant replay. We got our network engineer is Brett Simmons, and the director and produce tonight's program is by Dale Allred. I'm Brian Nielsen. Mark Mason and Brian Baldwin was down on the field. We hope to have more of these great high school football action brought to you each weekday, Friday night, 7 o'clock, here on VTV Channel 6. For all of us at VTV, thank you and have a good night.
VTV Channel 6 and Strata Networks present live high school football coverage in high definition. Made possible by Ashley Regional, CrossFit Avenue, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, Pilot Logistics Services, and the Advisor Group.